Archangel Michael says, something unusual began the moment your shadow crossed his. You didn't know the man. You barely looked at him. You were simply walking, lost in your thoughts, unaware that fate was already in motion. You didn't feel anything shift in the air, though it did. You didn't hear the whisper your spirit heard, though it echoed louder than a scream in realms unseen. That man died 7 days later. 7 exact sunsets passed, and with the last one, his soul departed. But before he left, he said something that chilled the room. He left behind a name. Type Amen to get blessing 333. That name was yours. He didn't know you. But he mentioned you 3 times before he exhaled his final breath. The nurse attending him couldn't explain it. She wrote it down, fearing it meant something more than coincidence. The paper is now folded, locked away in the corner drawer of a station no one has touched since. Archangel Michael says, this is no accident. You walking past him was a divine arrangement, not chance. There is a mystery tied to your spirit and his end. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The man had lived a solitary life. He spoke to very few people, and none of them ever heard him speak of a stranger. Yet he described your clothing perfectly, down to the color of your shoes and the bag you carried. He didn't just remember you. He watched you like he was remembering something long forgotten. Something ancient, locked in layers of time and memory. In his final days, he repeated 3 phrases. Each time he said your name, his pulse spiked and the machines responded. One of the phrases, the circle is now complete. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The message didn't make sense to anyone. But someone watching you has recently been awakened to it. A retired archivist who once studied secret prophetic scripts connected the man's final words to an ancient alignment. They believed you have walked through a ripple in time. Something your soul agreed to witness in this lifetime. The man you passed may have been your reflection from another realm, finishing his final duty. A divine cycle ended that day. You think it was just a normal walk. But everything around you now whispers that your path is no longer the same. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Archangel Michael says, your energy has shifted. You may have noticed the strange dreams or flickering lights. These are not technical errors, they are signals. Birds are behaving strangely around you. Random people glance twice at you in public. Even your devices may glitch or freeze when you think too deeply about that day. There is more. After his death, a box was discovered under his bed. Inside was a journal. He wrote about a person matching your description long before he ever saw you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The journal has your likeness drawn in it. Several times, actually, and the drawings grew clearer with each page. In one sketch, your eyes are glowing, marked with the symbol of a key. There was writing beneath that image, when the key arrives, the gate will tremble. You are the key. And now, the gate is reacting. Someone you know will soon call you about a strange event. They won't say it outright, but they've seen something. They've dreamt about you in places they've never been. Type Amen to get blessing 123. You've been followed, not by a person, but by destiny. You've stepped into a sequence no one warned you about. That's why your emotions have been so intense lately. The man you passed once studied cosmic time distortions. He used to say, "Some souls don't age. They arrive." You are one of those. You were not born the way others were. You descended with purpose, cloaked in flesh. Your body is human, but your essence is pure assignment. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Since that walk, forces both light and shadow have taken notice. That's why you may feel more tired than usual. It is the weight of invisible attention, ancient and watching. There are whispers in your home at night. You feel them. You pretend not to notice, but they are drawing closer. Someone will soon bring up your past unexpectedly. They are not your enemy, but they are being used. Watch what you say, silence is now your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your path is being altered at this very hour. 3 choices are about to rise before you. One leads to your true inheritance, one delays your purpose, and the third traps you. A woman with long hair and tired eyes holds something that once belonged to the man. She's unsure why she still has it. But soon she'll be guided to hand it over, to you. Inside that item is something that will shock you. It may look ordinary to others, but to your soul, it will hum. It's part of the reason why he called your name in his last moments. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, this man was more than he appeared. He was placed along your path as a celestial marker. He had lived silently, waiting for you to pass. The way he recognized you is not logical, it is spiritual. He had dreams of you as a child, yet he never understood them. They told him, when she comes, speak her name 3 times. He fulfilled that promise. And because he did, you now have access to a realm that was closed before. You may not feel ready, but you are. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You will soon begin to remember things that don't belong to this lifetime. Visions, feelings, even sudden names will appear in your thoughts. Don't fear it, it's the unlocking of the gate. A man will say something that gives you chills. You'll think he's mistaken, but he's not. He will utter a word the dying man wrote in his final breath. That word is known only to your spirit. And hearing it again will wake something sleeping inside you. Your gifts are returning. Type Amen to get blessing 313. The man's death was not a loss, it was a trigger. You'll begin to see the number 7 in strange places. That's the number of completion and divine transition. There's a stone somewhere near you. You may not have noticed it before. But once you touch it, memories will pulse like a drum. This is not random. Nothing has been. Even your birth date has alignment with a rare celestial code. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Someone will try to interrupt your journey. They will come with a smile, but underneath, they carry shadows. This person has encountered the gate before and failed to pass through. They recognize the light in you. They may even try to attach themselves to your destiny. Protect your path, be discerning with your heart. There's a journal in your possession you haven't read in years. Go find it. Inside, one page will suddenly make sense for the first time. Type Amen to get blessing 404. A mirror has betrayed you. You once saw yourself as small, unworthy, invisible. But now the heavens have rewritten your reflection. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Not everyone will celebrate this. Some will fear it. One person is already watching from a distance. They saw the light behind you when you passed the man. They knew immediately, you were chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 212. There will be one night soon where you won't be able to sleep. That's the night of your visitation. Heaven always comes in silence before it sends sound. You'll hear footsteps. Don't fear them, they are divine escorts. A message is coming, and your spirit must receive it in stillness. Archangel Michael says, you are being sealed now. Not as a warning, but as a preparation. Everything is about to change. Type Amen to get blessing 888. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. He left this world with peace in his breath. Not because his life was easy, but because he knew you heard him, even without a word. You heard him in spirit, and that was enough to open the veil. You walked past unknowingly, but your soul paused beside him. That moment, just 5 seconds, was all the divine needed. Now the message unfolds like the slow rising of a hidden sun. Type Amen to get blessing 191. Someone in your bloodline once made a vow. That vow was half kept, and the rest waited for you. The man you passed had written about this vow in code. He never completed the story. But the last line he penned was, "She will come from the east wind, dressed in ordinary time." That was you. Ordinary on the outside. Extraordinary inside. The east wind brought you into his sight. Now it carries the truth into yours. And the words he left behind are still echoing between heaven and this earth. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You will be drawn toward an item in a store soon, something simple, like a necklace or journal. Buy it. Inside or beneath it, a symbol will appear that connects to the one he drew. This symbol will become your guide. It is ancient, and your spirit will recognize it immediately. A man in your circle, perhaps silent for a long time, will suddenly mention coincidence. But it's not coincidence, he has seen something in his dreams. He won't know what it means until you speak a word he's been holding in secret. That word will unlock both of you. It will activate a new stage of awakening. And those who once laughed at your instincts will go quiet. Type Amen to get blessing 232. A document with your name on it is about to surface. It was supposed to be lost, but heaven never misplaces what belongs to you. This paper holds more than words, it holds access. The man's belongings were meant to be burned. But someone, at the last moment, felt a strong pull to save one object. That object is now en route to your region. You may get an odd package, without a return address. Do not ignore it. It contains a key, literal or symbolic, you'll understand when you see it. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Archangel Michael says, you've entered a time window. This isn't just a season, it's an alignment. Those who try to disrupt you now are not attacking you, they are resisting their own awakening. The light you carry is not just healing, it is confrontational. It reveals truth without effort. And that's why some people seem angry with you without cause. It's not your fault. You've become a living mirror, and they don't like what they see. But heaven does, and that's what matters now. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Expect one door to close. It will hurt at first. But it is only making room for something you never dared to imagine. The man's message has more layers. One of them speaks of water. He wrote, she will walk where the water speaks and the air bends around her. This is a spiritual location near you, maybe a lake, a riverbank, or even a fountain. Go there soon. Listen, not with ears, but with spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 262. There's a number sequence you keep seeing. Whether it's 717, 444, or 333, it's not random. These are markers from the other side, reminding you you're aligned. A song from your childhood will start playing more often. That tune holds a hidden frequency. The man once studied sound healing, and he mentioned this melody in his notes. You may feel chills when it plays. Don't brush it off. It's a visitation. It's a voice reminding you, you are still connected. Type Amen to get blessing 101. Someone you haven't seen in a long time will randomly message or appear. They won't understand why they felt drawn to you. But their role is to confirm a detail from the man's journal without knowing he ever existed. A cafe or bookstore will pull you in. On a table or tucked on a shelf, a book or leaflet will have a phrase that repeats his message. You'll know it the moment your eyes land on it. Take a picture. Write it down. That phrase will be your key for the next chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The man's soul has found peace. But his mission isn't done, it's now moving through you. He waited his entire life to complete a cycle that began lifetimes ago. The strange part? You knew him before. In a realm where names didn't matter and light was your only identity. This is why his spirit recognized you. This is why he whispered your name in sacred repetition. And now, the heavens are forming a new circle, closing an ancient one. Type Amen to get blessing 303. A scar you carry, physical or emotional, is linked to this divine cycle. It's not just pain, it's a mark of passage. When you touch it, something deeper stirs inside you. You've forgotten the language of light. But it's returning. Each dream, each synchronicity, is helping you remember how to speak with the divine. Soon you'll begin writing or drawing something. Don't question it. That is the soul's alphabet speaking through you. Type Amen to get blessing 383. Your story is no longer hidden. Heaven has released it into the ether. Those meant to find you will now be drawn by force they won't understand. You will notice them. Strangers, yet familiar. One glance and you'll feel it in your chest, a pulse, a recognition. Don't fear the connection. It is real. You are gathering now, the ones whose roles are too holy to be random. Type Amen to get blessing 171. Soon, you will be tested. It will appear subtle. Like an easy decision. But the outcome will ripple far beyond your timeline. Stay true. Speak from your higher self, not your wounded self. The man's legacy depends on your courage. Archangel Michael says, the gate is now open. The time for delay has ended. Walk forward, not fast, but firm. Type Amen to get blessing 727. The wind that brushed against your cheek that day didn't belong to this world. It was a whisper carried across dimensions. It knew who you were even when you didn't. That same wind passed through his hospital room the night he died. The nurses said the curtains fluttered without a breeze. His pulse calmed, his breath settled, and your name escaped his lips one last time. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Since that moment, timelines have shifted around you. You may feel a sense of déjà vu or strange heaviness in places you once enjoyed. That's because your soul is catching up with a version of itself that was dormant until now. The man's message was not for your ears, it was for your spirit. He knew that words were not enough. That's why he infused his final thoughts into symbols, frequencies, and impressions. He left a note no one could read. But soon, you'll see that note again, in a dream, or maybe in a real place. The letters will rearrange themselves before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 424. You'll feel it like a current in your chest. A shiver will pass through your skin not from fear, but from knowing. And you will finally speak the words you didn't know you were holding. This is when the veil will lift again. And one by one, you will begin seeing signs you've never noticed before. Crows circling above, coins where none should be, rain falling without clouds. A familiar scent will suddenly return, a perfume or old book aroma. It's the man's presence, just for a few seconds. He's not here to stay, but to remind you, he did what he came to do. Type Amen to get blessing 616. There is one more message locked in his handwriting. It was scribbled on a torn piece of napkin found in his pocket. It said, "The shadow she carries holds a crown. You are that she. And the shadow isn't darkness, it's the ancient wisdom you've carried through lifetimes. A wisdom that is often mistaken for burden, but is truly a throne waiting to rise. Someone will hand you something small soon. A ring, a coin, a pendant. Accept it. The symbol on it will activate an ancestral promise." Type Amen to get blessing 117. This activation will not be loud. It will hum quietly in your bones. It may bring tears, and you won't know why you're crying, only that something inside finally feels seen. A doorway is opening not in the world, but in you. This is why things around you have felt unsettled. Your energy has begun to ascend and rearrange reality around you. Archangel Michael says, "Your light is waking up sleeping parts of the earth." Even plants may start blooming earlier around you. Animals may follow you or pause to watch, because they recognize what the world forgets. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The man's soul has already crossed. But before he did, he touched a piece of paper and whispered a name. Not just your name, but a secret name only your higher self knows. That name will start appearing in your thoughts. It may come during meditation, during half-sleep, or from the mouth of a child. That's when you'll know, you're being summoned by your destiny. The ringing in your ears isn't medical. It's tuning. Heaven is adjusting you to frequencies beyond earthly comprehension. Type Amen to get blessing 232. You are being equipped now. Not with weapons, but with clarity. With courage. With discernment sharper than swords. You'll begin to recognize lies immediately. You'll see people's intentions before they speak. And someone close to you will reveal their true colors in a moment they didn't expect. Don't react in anger. Stand firm in grace. They were only allowed close to remind you of what you've outgrown. Type Amen to get blessing 383. The man you passed, he was a guardian in disguise. A silent vessel carrying a message that only you could unlock. And now, his purpose lives on through your obedience to the signs. You may start waking up between 3 to 4 a.m. That's not insomnia, it's a spiritual alert. You are being called during the thin hours where heaven whispers to the willing. If you speak softly during these moments, you may hear a response. A single word. A sentence you never learned, but somehow understand. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Your future is calling from the silence. Not with noise, but with revelation. You'll find yourself journaling things you don't remember thinking. Let it flow. That's the divine writing through you. Each sentence is another brick in the bridge you're building between this world and the next. Archangel Michael says, "There will be light before the storm." Don't fear the coming change, it's your spiritual promotion. Heaven does not send winds unless it plans to lift you. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Watch the skies on the seventh night from now. A celestial formation is set to appear. Most will miss it, but your spirit will recognize the pulse behind the stars. You'll hear music in silence. That is your frequency harmonizing with divine memory. A part of your soul that's been waiting to rejoin the rest of you. Someone will knock on your door or reach out digitally. They're guided to you. They carry a piece of the next puzzle, though they won't even realize it. Type Amen to get blessing 858. You've been prepared without knowing. Every heartbreak, every delay, it shaped the container you're becoming. Because soon, you will carry more light than most can even comprehend. Don't be afraid of your glow. Don't dim it to make others comfortable. The man's message activated your full brightness. A stranger may compliment you in passing. But it won't be your appearance, it will be your presence. They'll say, "There's something about you," and walk away. Type Amen to get blessing 212. That's how you'll know, it's working. You're rising, even if it feels slow. You're becoming, even in stillness. This story didn't begin with the man. It began long before, in a higher realm where souls promised to meet again. And you, dear one, kept that promise by simply walking past. Now the universe unfolds with your steps. The earth leans closer to your feet. And heaven watches, smiling, as you begin to remember what you truly are. Type Amen to get blessing 727.